My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with IRS. I worked at IRS over a decade. I've been in private practice for, almost 40 years. I'm a national expert in IRS tax resolution matters. We represent people for IRS audits, collections, and anything from a simple IRS notice and letter. So let me see what I'm going to speak to you today about. IRS audit tips and advice when you receive an IRS audit letter. We call them nastygrams at IRS. We're going to send you a nastygram. That nastygram comes to you and you open it up, and the first thing you say is, "Oh crap, I'm being audited by the Internal Revenue Service." So really, what do you do? What do you do? The fear comes into people who kind of have pushed the envelope a little and probably don't have a lot of receipts and everything. So this is what I tell people. If you have a very, very simple case, represent yourself. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't need an attorney. You don't need former IRS agents. You don't need CPAs. You can do things yourself if it's a clean return. Unfortunately, most people, 90% of the people, don't have clean tax returns. IRS doesn't audit many W-2 wage earners. They usually go after the businesses and business expenses. So the first thing you want to do is, if you get that letter, is you want to hire someone if and only if your tax return is suspect. If your tax return is suspect, do not go into the Internal Revenue Service. Don't contact them. You hire someone like ourselves or whoever, or maybe your own accountant should go in for you. What you have to know is this, is IRS will send you a letter and usually put anywhere from 3 to 6 things that they want to see. When you get that letter, you have to know this, and here's the huge caution. IRS can expand the audit. They can go in and look at 1 year. They can go in and ask for 4 years if there's 25% omission of income. Sometimes they do 3 years. The IRS agent goes ahead and determines that. Now, there's 2 general classifications of IRS audits. One is the office audit, or well, first of all, you can have a mail correspondence audit where someone up at the service center found something wrong. They want you to clarify it, and it goes back. Then you have someone at the local office called the office auditor who goes ahead and looks at your return and says, "Hey, we want to look at these 2 or 3 things." So, yeah, and once again, if these are big numbers, do not go in. Do not go in, because once you say something, you're committed to that. Somebody else may be able, a professional can give you a better answer and best defend you. You never be self-serving with IRS. And the third is with a revenue agent, where they may come out to the business, settle down. They may look at corporations, 1120s. They may look at your partnership income, and they can expand those audits like crazy. So here's what you do, and here's how you determine that. If it's a clean tax return, no problem, go in yourself. If it's with a revenue agent, do not go in yourself. Generally, when IRS gets a tax return to audit, have to know this, the computer algorithms have shown things already that's not right on the tax return. Now, could those be wrong? Yeah, they can. They can be definitely wrong, because you may have expenses for those. But generally, what happens is IRS algorithms show usually what people with like incomes, like businesses, are spending, what the norms are that they're actually they're using. So they just don't kick out one thing. They look out your return can kick out a series of flags. And show, and those are called DIF scores, DIS, discriminatory index function scores. So IRS algorithms will go right through your return, and they will show the certain things that fell really out of the national, local, or regional specter. And then IRS will say, we better look at this return. What they then do is they have a series of agents come and review those returns that the computer said were flagged for audit. At that point, the agent may say, "Nah, we don't want to look at these. This makes a sense. This is okay." Then they go ahead and they kick the rest of the returns out for audit. They're looking for low-hanging fruit. They're looking for things that don't make sense. They're looking for people who have really taken advantage of the system. And as a former agent, I can look at a return. I can tell you whether it's going to be audited. So when you first receive the letter, you know, it's okay. Just relax. You don't have to jump out of your chair or jump off, but go ahead and contact somebody, whether it's us or your own accountant, and say, hey, do I have enough support? Should I go in by myself? Generally, how you determine whether you go in by yourself is what's your nervous factor. If your nervous factor is up and your worry factor is up, all you can do is make a mistake when you go in there. Anyway, you're welcome to ask me questions, show me your return. We give free consultations. Talk to your own CPA or tax attorney, whoever prepared your return. You can leave me comments. By the way, I love to give everyone the best tips. So if you leave me a subscription, that's important to me. You're welcome to email me or call me. You can like or leave a comment. I appreciate you, but you got the God's honest truth today.